A riveting trial taking place in Atlanta. A young father gunned down as he dropped his 2-year-old son off in the morning at preschool. The victim, 36-year-old Rusty Snyderman, a Harvard Business School grad and father of 2 who married his college sweetheart. And the man on trial for his murder is pleading insanity, claiming an angel who looked like Olivia Newton-John told him to do it. We examine his unusual defense tonight for our series, Crime and Punishment. It was a horrible omen. November 10th, 2010. Rusty Snyderman had a terrifying run-in with his soon-to-be killer. He was home alone with his 2-year-old son.
You can't be emergency 911.
There's a man who was sleeping in my backyard. He's running. I think he has a gun in his back pocket, and now he's running away. I don't know who the hell he is, and I don't want him by my house.
Snyderman pauses to console his young boy.
I know, but I didn't get your water bottle. I'm sorry.
8 days later, Snyderman was not just killed, he was executed by that very same man.
A father shot and killed minutes after dropping off his children at preschool.
It's absolutely terrifying.
Shot 3 times in the chest, and then at point-blank range in the neck as he lay on the ground. It was a parent's worst nightmare.
Your heart stops.
When that doctor said he didn't survive.
It all happened so fast and seemed so meticulously planned, the police thought at first it was a professional hit. The killer wore a disguise, a knit cap and a fake beard, and raced off in a silver minivan. The family offered a $10,000 reward. It took 2 months until there was a break in the case. And then Hemi Newman was charged with murder in the first degree. A high-level operations manager at General Electric, 5,000 people reported to him, including the wife of the dead man, Andrea Snyderman. His trial began this week in Atlanta. That silver getaway car traced back to him. Hemi Newman. This man sold him the gun.
He started off by saying, don't ever have a mistress.
Even Newman knew he had been caught. His lawyer admitted it in court.
Hemi Newman shot and killed Rusty Snyderman.
The why gets sticky. The prosecutor says Newman killed in cold blood because he was in love with Snyderman's wife, Andrea, and wanted him out of the way so he could marry her and raise her 2 children. The defense says Newman is a sick man who killed not from hatred, but from insanity.
He has a delusional disorder.
And here's the shocker. The defense is arguing a devil that sounded like singer Barry White
That's what you are.
Told him to kill himself. And then an angel, resembling Olivia Newton-John, told him to kill Rusty Snyderman. The prosecution makes fun of this.
And the angel told him, he says, that Andrea's children are his children.
The defense is counting on it to save him from life in prison.
The angel told him that Rusty was going to harm the children, that he needed to protect the children, that he needed to kill Rusty.
In order for the insanity defense to be successful, the defense will have to convince the jury not only that he has a mental illness which caused the hallucinations, they'll also have to prove he didn't know he was doing anything wrong. That will be tough, says top criminal defense attorney Jerry Shargell.
I read somewhere that the insanity defense is used in about 1% of criminal cases that go to court and succeeds in about 1% of those. Do you think those odds are...
That might be an exaggeration.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very rarely used.
In this instance, where the defendant has taken the trouble to get a disguise, has fled the scene, doesn't that play into the notion that he realized what he was doing was wrong?
Those are problems. There's no question about it. And oftentimes that's the circumstance that defeats the insanity defense.
One key question pursued over the past couple days in the courtroom, was Andrea having an affair with Hemi Newman? She took the stand and denied it.
There was no affair. Who killed someone else's husband?
But a whole series of people, from a waitress...
She kind of was dancing for him. He pulled her back, groped her. They were They were groping each other, I know, because I kind of turned away.
To Newman's real estate agent and friend, testified the two were involved romantically.
What words did he use?
That they kissed and they fondled each other, and then she got up and went into the bathroom.
Even one of her closest friends has doubts.
Did Andrea admit or deny an affair with her boss at that time after the murder?
Denied it.
Based on all the time you've known Andrea, based on your observations of her, her mannerisms, when she told you no, did you believe her?
No, but my heart really wanted to believe her.
But you didn't believe her.
By the end of court today, it seemed Andrea was the only one denying an affair. How will that play in court?
I think it's going to splash back on him because it affects the integrity of his insanity defense. A jury may infer that she was part of the plot.
Strangely, both sides will argue to the jury that the affair was very real. The prosecutors that it drove him to murder, the defense that it drove him crazy.